Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194 and appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we're going to do something a little bit different today, at least attempt to. We're here at Hungaroring in the Bentley, and a few weeks ago I did a multiplayer race in the CP server, and I just did a quick setup for the car, and I didn't share it or anything because it was just okay at best. But I didn't have the pace that I needed to have, and plus the pace I had fell off faster than I wanted. And I got in a battle with Pierce in the Porsche, and of course, yeah, he got around me. But I mean, like I said, the car just definitely fell off. So what I did here is I came here just to kind of get reacclimated with the car here at Hungaroring, and I ran two short stints with sets of tires to get some wear on them. And you can see that's my fast. We're going to go over those laps to show them real quick. Using a K-Pack car this time. Beautiful car. I love what it says on the back, running down a dream. Couldn't say it better myself. Trying to see this, the strengths and weaknesses and things that we can improve upon. I mean, I would like to see if I could get a few more tenths out of the car, on fresh tires, but mainly trying to keep the pace more, in the lower 45s. Which is definitely going to be tough. Especially, and also try to go over these bumps a little bit better, maybe. If I get time, we can work on those. Because here you're constantly running over curves, and you got, it needs to go over them without upsetting the car and without slowing it down. So that's important, especially right here. That's really important. Make or break a lap right through there. Plus, if you remember in that race, I got a drive-through, and that's another thing. You're so easy here to go out of bounds, and you're pushing it so hard. So that's another thing. The car needs to be more consistent. So again, I'm trying to improve upon the setup. And this is a lot of times I do a lot of this stuff on setups that, are already okay or decent or already got one variation of it. But, maybe I need to find more pace or just, have more consistency with the pace. So a lot of times I'll go through and start, working on it to try to improve upon it. It was like a 45.0. You see it takes the bumps a little harsh, especially for the Bentley. But again, it's hard to find it looks like it's sliding a little bit here and there. And of course, that's going to wear tires. Again, I'm still playing with my sound, trying to get it right. It's hard to get the balance between the mic and the sound, at least the way I like it, so you all, can hear me. And, sometimes, my voice, I tend to change my voice, talk louder, softer, so it's hard to regulate it to get it to be consistent. Car looks pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look bad. So again, some people say, well, it looks fine, and it 44.9 isn't bad, but really to be on pace, really it needs to be more in the mid 44s. So really, And I mean, even though maybe this track isn't the greatest for the Bentley, so that's okay too. But I mean, I'd be really happy if I could even pick up a couple tenths, to be honest. So let's go back. Let's see what we can do. It's definitely getting hotter as we go here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back on 1. So that's our 1 set that I've already ran. Basically, what we need to look at is go to aero, and I ran at 70 liters. That's what I have in the tank. That's what I ran in the race. So we're going to go back here, and as you can see, right now we got a negative 3.3 to front aero variation. Okay, so when we let's say it only has 15 liters left in the tank, it drops to negative 3.1. So that means it should have a little bit more aero on the front, but the problem is the car feels like it understeers worse. So the only thing I can think of is maybe the front tires are wearing faster, I guess, and it's still not wanting to turn and stop either. The braking isn't as good. So that's what we're going to look at. I don't want to lower the front because there's a couple places where it sounds like it almost touches. You almost get a little touch, and I don't. That'll just really upset the car. So I really don't want to lower it anymore in the front. But my idea was to add some wing, because you can see we don't have a lot of wing, and Hungaroring is really not a high-speed track. I mean, you hit like 150 something miles an hour down the front straightaway. That's about as fast as you go, so that's not really super fast. So that's what I want to try. I want to try to add actually a couple clicks of wing, and we're going to put this up to 60 liters because that's about what it had when I let up on the I used about 10 liters. So now you can see we're way down now to negative 4.5. So in fact, I might even go less than that just to see how it goes. So what we want to do also is to get the car to react faster. Since now what we're doing is we raise the rear wing, so it's going to make it understeer more. So to counter that, we need to raise the car up in the back, and that on these slow speed turns will get the car to turn quicker, especially through that chicane where it needs it desperately. So I'm going to raise it up a good at least 4. I know I'm taking some big jumps, but otherwise you're never going to get anywhere. And that'll to negative 3.8. So let's try that and just do those two things. So we raise this up to 76 and raise 2 clicks on the rear wing. It may be too much, but that's okay. We can always go back down. So the next thing I might try to do is something with these springs. That will be the next look. Everything else looks pretty good. I mean, I could try something with this too, but again, we'll look at that when we come back. I won't touch anything right now. And definitely want to try some stuff with the shocks, but again, I don't want to do that right now. So let's I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can. So let's just do the ride height and the rear wing. And also one other thing, and that's the brakes. Let's get this down to 59. And see, you can get more aggressive with the brake bias because I'm putting more wing in it. So we got more wing in it, a couple clicks, 4 clicks on the ride height, and a little bit more brake bias. Make sure it's on number 1. Yes, it is. So let's save. We're going to save this to number 2. That way, that one won't change in case we get all kind of messed up. And let's go try it out. Plus, I use those other couple of short stints, to get the tires, the pressures where they need to be and things like that. So that's another thing I use them for. Those stints for. Of course, you still got to be, tires are not up to temperature. Of course, these aren't new either. It was a little oversteery, but the tires were not up to temperature, so let's see how it goes. Bad. Going out a lot right there, so you got, it was not turning like I needed to turn right there. Lost a lot of time to be there. lost some time. Didn't feel bad. Up there. Okay, it feels like it's understeering a little bit. Tires look okay. Some of that lap was my error. Another thing that's hard about with ACC is sometimes you just have to coast, and when I had a coach helping me with my driving on the track, he was always wanting me to do that. So it's kind of hard to break the habit. You can fuss at me because I was doing that, at coast or something. He either wants me on the brake or on the gas, one of the two. You can see it on he'd look on my data. When he come back, he'd download the data, and you can see, see when I'm, coasting, and say, yeah, you don't want to do that. You either want to be on the brake or on the gas. Of course, you got to, if the car's strengths and weaknesses are in different places, then you got to drive it different also. So that's another thing. You need to push harder maybe in other places, not so much in others. bad lap though. Get on that inside curb and hot in there. Mess that up. Not bad, but it really needs to be a little bit better. It's deep. Don't like it. So we need to come down on the pressures. Let's go back to the pits. It's the right side, it seems like. Let's check the tires. See, it's got light graining now. Didn't have anything before. Wow, look at the wear though. Got the wears even, so I really like that. Over here, right rear is wearing a little bit more than the front, so let's leave that alone. Let's add just one more. Try one more click. There. Let's try one more click. Ride height in the rear. Now let's look at other things. One, I'm just gonna take. Wait a minute. Let's look at this here. Yeah, that's not too bad, really. As far as across there, a little bit more of a spread than I want. Well, let's just try one less, just one less on a negative camber on this Bentley, because one thing you need is turn in here, because all these turns you're constantly going back and forth. So you don't need a lot of negative camber. You don't have any fast turns really. They're all slower to medium turns. So let's try that. Next, I want to try this. Let's go up one on all the springs. and try that. And also just take one click out of the diff. So basically you're going to go up one click on all the springs and one click out of the diff. That will help it change directions quicker and go through the middle of the corner better also. So we'll go ahead, that's why I did that, especially with this the Bentley more so. And then of course we took just a teeny bit out of the negative camber. So that's all I'll do this time. I don't want to do the shocks yet, and the arrow, of course, we just went one up in the rear. So let's try that, and we're going to try that on the number 2 set of tires. And of course, this is like the number 1 set. I had no graining or anything on them, but you know, have a little bit of wear. And as far as the arrow, let's put that back. So let's leave that the way, let's leave that alone this time. Let's put it under 55 liters, because that's what it was. Roughly 55 to 60 is what it was when I ran these tires. So let's try that. I think the last time I started off with 70, but let's try it with just the 55 this time. Number 2 set. And of course, then, you know, if I get it halfway decent, then we'll put on put on the new set and see what she does. I needed to change directions really good. I needed to go through that chicane really good. I know that's where I was losing time before with Pierce. You know, he's at the Porsche, which is, you know, I'm not going to be probably that good, but I just need to improve upon where I was so weak. I mean, he was killing me through that chicane. In this back section where we're going back and forth through all these curves, he was just murdering me. Of course, you know, that's another thing, you know, you take some of the negative camber out, you're better on the brakes.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Whoa.
You've got light damage at the rear.
Alright, well, something. See, upset it on that curb. Tire pressures look okay, so what's going on with that? I don't think it hit anything. I don't know. I don't think it hit anything. I guess I just got too much on the curb. I think it's just upset the car. Maybe it's just the shocks. Let's take a look at the shocks. Let's see what we can do with that. It seems like the car's quicker, so also that's another thing I'm going to do with the alignment. Let's take just a teeny bit out of the rear toe. So let's do that. I'm going to leave the, well, I'm going to leave that there. Start back and see what we can do. I've been raising the rear, so the rear shouldn't be touching. That's higher than it was. So let's look at the shocks. I hate putting too much shocks in it because a lot of times if you get it too stiff, it'll help. It makes it grain worse. And of course, you have these bumps that are, you know, those curbings and things like that that can really upset it. So let's do something minor and just try it. Let's try the fast rebound and see if that, because I mean, see if that helps with some of these curbs. Let's raise that up. 26, let's go like that. And 25, let's go up 3 clicks on that. So let's just try that on the fast rebound and see if that will help on those curbings. And leave it at that. So we changed the rebound, the fast rebound, and we changed the rear toe. That's the only thing we changed. And of course the arrow, we still, I don't know, it keeps taking this off. I guess I gotta put it back up again. 55. There we go. All right. So we got 55 liters. And let's go again. Of course, the tires are, they're still worn. We got number 2. Felt better through there. It does feel better. That was no good. Yeah, this slap's junk. A lot better over the bumps, these curbs and stuff. And it's chalked us up to a bad lap. terrible. Good ending. Good third sector. Wide there. Way better over the bumps. Right.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
All right. Not terrible. Still hits that hard. That messed me up. Turned in too late. That's not so good. Dang it. That was my mistake. I don't think the diff is helping it. I have to put that back. It feels like it's wanting to spin the one tire coming off the turn. Not on all the turns, but a few of them. So I don't think it's that taking some of the preload out might not be helping. Or it does help in some, but hurts in others. Try one more lap here. See if I can get it halfway decent time. See how it's wanting to do that. I'm having to counteract it because it's wanting to spin the one tire coming off the corner. That's hurting. Not that great a lap there. Let's take a look at the tires. 5-degree difference here. 4 over on the other side. And 4 over here and 4 over there. So little tighter than I will like, but you know, that's as far as the temps, but still, I mean, sometimes one track might need to at one place, and another place you might not. So again, you got to go with whatever works. Let's look at what the tires were doing. I got light graining. So I still have light graining on it. And wear doesn't look bad. I mean, looks pretty even across. And even the front to rear looks good. Better than it was. so not bad. Don't like the light graining, but when you're pushing hard, sometimes it just the way it is. I mean, if you finish up like that and it's just light graining, that's fine. You know, so what else can we do? Of course, that's with the stiffer springs. So let's. It seems like it did pretty good with the stiffer springs because I ran a way faster time. So let's try one other thing. I'm going to put this back to 60. Put that back to 60 because I don't think that's helping. And let's go down in the front so they're all equal. So they got everything's 160,000 on the springs. Let's try that. As far as the bump stops, let's just knock them down a little bit, get a little bit quicker reaction out of it. Okay. Let's add 2 more to these. Seem to work pretty good. See if it's too much. We'll just do 2 on all those and the fast rebound. So basically, we took 1 click out of the springs out of the front. And that should soften the front up a little bit, which again will help with the graining. Because that's another thing. I mean, that it's again, you're trying to find the balance. You know, if you go with a stiffer spring, it might help you with performance, but you also have more chance of graining the tire. So we'll go ahead and take the little bit of that out, maybe with the help with the tires. And then, of course, like I said, a couple of the corners, not all of them, but a few of the corners, it felt like it was wanting to spin the one tire. And that's slowing me down big time because then you got to counteract it and things like that. So let's just add that back, add the one back into the diff. And then it seemed like it helped with the shocks with the fast rebound. So I just add a couple more clicks and that's it. And other than that, everything else is the same. Let's keep it with the number 2 tires. We'll go back to the same ones, even though they got light graining on them. That's okay. It had 36 liters in it, so let's go with 36 liters. That's how much fuel was in there. So let's try that. See, that was better. slid too much that one corner. Better lap this time. Lap. Car doesn't feel terrible though. Tires is too deep. Not terrible. That's not real bad, really, for this late in the game. Plus with a few minor errors. driving it. Hopefully I'm not boring everybody. Both in a second here, we'll go through a new set of tires on and see what it does. Yeah, I think I need to take them back out. It's too stiff. Take that shocks back out. It might be just the bump stops. It's probably the bump stops. That's right, because I changed that. So probably hitting the bump stops harder. I need to change that back. Going over the bumps don't feel real bad. Let's do one more lap. Hovering around mid 45s to lower 45s. Car doesn't feel bad. I mean, I know I'm making a few little mistakes here and there. Still just light graining. So it's really not too bad, and I'm getting pretty worn tires. And they're wearing pretty even. They're not too bad. I mean, I'm really happy with that. As you can see, I mean, they got the, you know, just a little bit more wear in the front than the rear, but nothing real drastic. And then it's the opposite over here. I got a little bit of light graining on the right rear over here. Again, you know, like I said, I'm probably going to take that back out. Increase this back up. A little more than I had. So it doesn't hit those bumps so hard. So not bad. I mean, it's, again, I mean, I made a couple strides. I picked up where I wanted to pick up. Track temperature is definitely a lot higher than it was. I'm way past, you know, 32 degrees. So actually it's not real bad. I've actually picked up about 0.3 over my personal best. So with the Bentley, well, I mean, not overall personal best, but my personal best, like I said, with the Bentley. So the only other thing you could do is you could put some anti-roll bar. You could do one more click on the roll bar, and that would help it rotate a little bit faster. Which I'm debating on doing. I think I will try it. I'll just do one. Just one on the anti-roll bar. And let's go to the number 3 tires that just have a few laps on them. And of course we changed the shocks. I just took the fast rebound back out of it again, back to where it was. So we took that back out. Not all of it, but I mean, I did, as I added it twice. So I just took the one out and added the bump stop back in, so it goes over those sausages a little bit better and hopefully less harsh. And put one click of sway bar in it. So what we'll do is we'll do that. We're on number 3 set. We're going to go back up to 55 liters. And let's try it. Just for a few laps. Let's see if it helps. Yeah, it's a little better. of mess that up a little bit. See what we can do the rest of the way. That up. Not bad. Not for those mistakes. Better through there. Right. That's better. Still doing that.
Well done, mate. That's not best.
That was better through there. Oh, I messed that up. I think we accomplished what we wanted to. And it's a lot hotter than it was, too. Just ran like 3 laps or whatever. So I'm sure it'll go faster even with a brand new set of tires. Let's take a look. Yeah, light graining on the right, but that's it. Nothing else. So that's good. Excuse me, I need to take a drink. Like I said, that's really not too bad, just for that one side. So I'm real happy with that. I think it's a lot better than it was. I mean, there's still room for improvement, especially in the shocks. But other than that, she's pretty good. She's pretty good balance, decent consistency. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the fast lap. You see I've done, what, 45 laps? Let's see, is that one? I think it was this one here. Yeah, that was a 1:44.84 there. So that's like 5 laps. And all those laps we just did were all in the 44s. And that's not even with brand new tires. So they had a few laps on. Another thing, you can maybe take a little bit the brake bias back out again, because that might be what's causing the back end to slide a little bit, and some of in that one turn. That'd be something to try that. Because everywhere else it looks fine, but that one turn, that one fast right-hander, no left-hander, it looks like it's the back end sliding a little bit, and that could be just from the brakes. I like his helmet. Was a 44.65. Still a lot better than what I had. I mean, I was running in that race. I was mainly running 45 lows. So, like I said, my best was a 44.9, which I showed you here at the beginning of the video. So we definitely picked up, good 4/10. I'm real happy with that. That's better there. So again, you know, it's just mainly probably how long I'm on the brakes. Just need to get on them and get off them. Yeah, it's slid out a little bit there. Going over the bumps better. Yeah, running over the curbs upset it a little bit, but nothing drastic, so that's good. I ran wide here a little bit. I didn't come off there like I should have. That was I think that was the fast lap. Yep, 44.5. So I'm real happy with that. So I think we'll go, like I said, we'll go over the setup here and end the video. I accomplished what I was really trying to get done, and I think this is a good setup now. We got 25.9 left front, 26.2 left rear, and to be honest with you, I'm going to raise these all a couple because for my normal temperatures, I was a little higher than this when it was cooler. So we'll say 26.1 left front, 26.4 left rear, 26.9 right front, and 26.8 right rear. Let's say 26.9 both right and front. Right front and right rear. The toe is negative 0.1. Camber is negative 3.4 on the front with the caster at 14.3. The toe on the rear is 0.1 with the camber at negative 2.7. Electronics are 3 and 5. I don't know if you go to 3, you go to 6, maybe help with the brakes, maybe from locking up, but I don't think that's the cause of it on the graining part. The fuel, of course, I had 70 liters. That's what I started out with. Mechanical 5 on the anti-roll bar, 59 on the brake bias, and again, you know, you could maybe, if you don't like the back end, maybe a little bit too nervous, just back it to 60 again. Should be fine. The springs all the way around are 160,000. The bump stop rate is 1,000, and the bump stop range is 5. And of course, that helped with hitting those sausages. I like a tighter bump stop range, but sometimes you just can't do it because those sausages, you know, you hit them, and it's such a shock that you need to have more of a gap there before it hits the bump stops. So that's basically why you got to increase that. I like a tighter bump stop range because it gives the car reacts faster and it helps it stay steady as far as balanced and not over rotate any direction. But like I said, you just can't do it sometimes because of the sausages or bumps. The rear, the bump stop rate is 700 with the bump stop range at 21. And the anti-roll bar is 4, and the preload on the diff is 60. And I guess the anti-roll bar helped adding at 1, so I think that helped a teeny bit. The shocks on the front are 18, 14, 25, and 26. And on the rear, they're 18, 15, 24, and 25. And I'm sure there's some more there that can help go over the bumps and things like that here. There's still some more work to be done on that, but they are better. Aero, I have 57 in the front, 77 in the rear with a 6 rear wing and a 4 and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a negative 3.6. So I sure hope that you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up would be great. I really would appreciate it and help support the channel and all that YouTube stuff. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And any comments or feedback, I appreciate from all my friends, which is everybody out there. And again, I sure hope you enjoyed it and you come back soon. And I will leave a link for this setup in the description. So you all take care. See ya.